Hey, church family. I want to give you just a quick update on what to expect this coming Sunday. So just sit back for a few minutes and check out this instructional video of what this coming Sunday is going to look like. So I want you to know what to expect on Sunday when you come in, church. These doors are going to be held open for you so that you don't have to touch anything. We've got some greeters that are excited that haven't got to greet in quite a while, and they're going to be here a little bit before you come, and they're going to have these doors held open for you the entire time. So your hands are hands-free. You're touch-free on Sunday. You don't have to touch anything. Then when you come in, there'll be somebody else that's going to have a bottle of hand sanitizer. Put a squirt of hand sanitizer in your hand. Okay, we're going to rub that in really good. If you feel more comfortable, and if you don't have a mask, we've got a few masks here for you. We've also got some gloves, and that's totally at your comfort level. So I know many of you already have a mask, a cloth mask. If you have that and you want to wear a mask, please wear a mask. We would encourage you to do that. If you feel more safer with some latex gloves, we have those available too. Then after you've sanitized and you got your gloves and such, you're going to come on through here. And I want you to know that as you go into the sanctuary, I want you to notice that these doors are going to be held open as well. So these doors are already open. So again, you're not touching anything. You're going to come into the church, into the sanctuary, and the first thing you're going to notice is blue tape everywhere. And the blue means don't sit there. Okay, those sections are saved, and that maintains our social distancing. And so you're going to see the blue tape all the way down the aisle. Finley's doing a good job showing you that right now. So now let me show you some of what the blue tape means and where you can sit and where you're not going to sit. Okay.
One person's going to sit there and one person's going to sit here where you do not cough on each other and get this disease.
We have blue tape all over the sanctuary. The blue tape means don't sit there. That's what blue means. Blue means no, okay? So not go, but no. Blue means don't sit there. So you can see right here, I'm on the end of a pew, and there's blue tape just over here beside Rebecca. That means this section right here is only for 2 people. So a family of 4 can't sit in this particular section. Now I'm going to show you a couple of other sections in the church that are bigger, and we've got some place for a family of 4 or a family of 6 or a family of 8. Whatever the case may be, we've got the room for that, but it's strategic. So if you see a small section like this is for 1 person or 2 people and no more. So now let's go look at some other sections in the church that are more adaptable for some larger families, okay? So this is a section here that's more for 4 people. So you can see, again, I'm at the end of a pew, and there's a blue mark just past Finley there. So this is a good spot for 4 people. So if you're 1 person, don't take up the spot for 4 people. Okay, so there's more spots that are made for 1 people or 2. This is a family spot here. So if it's a good spot like this, then you find one for a family of 4. Let's look at another one. So this section here, if I come in the back, I'm on the left side of the sanctuary. We've got 3 pews right here that are specifically for an entire family. And so there are 3 pews from here to the back, that every other pew that is for an entire family. So this is good for a big family of 6, 8, maybe 9 or 10 people, depending on the size of each person. But this is a good sized pew, and so it's for a whole family. So maybe it's a family of 4 with grandparents, or with aunts and uncles, or however you want to do that. But if you're comfortable as a family sitting together and you need a spot for a large group, this is it. It's on the left side of the sanctuary, coming in from the back. It's the left section, so there's some pews there for larger families. Let's go check out another one. So this section right here, you can see that I'm in the middle of a pew, and the blue tape's on the end down here, and there's no blue tape here. I'm taking up a really large section with just me and Harper, which means if we're social distancing, this means that nobody else can sit beside me. And so there's a lot of wasted space here. So if you see a big section with no blue tape in it, save that for a larger family. Save that for a larger group of folks that can use that. If you're looking, if you're one person or two people, there are some spots down front. There are some spots over on the left side for some smaller families. There's a couple of spots in the back for some smaller groups. And then the balcony has some smaller group sections as well. So we'll go look up there just now. So here we are in the balcony, and church, we're going to have to use the balcony. So some of y'all like the nosebleed section, and so good for you. I personally don't like it up here. It's a little high for me, but somebody's going to have to sit up here to kind of maintain our social distancing on Sunday. So I want you to kind of see how we've got it. The middle pew is just completely marked off all the way around. So the front pew and the back pew are available. The front pews and the back pews have 6 foot of space in the middle of them. And you can see my kids are kind of demonstrating where it is that we want you to sit. The smaller sections over on each end of the balcony, those have again, the middle is blocked off, but the top and the bottom are available, and those are for an entire family. That whole top pew and whole bottom pew is available for an entire family. So here we are. I've got really good news for you, church family. The back row is still available. So for all of the good back row Baptists in the congregation, back row is still in check. The way that we have the congregation kind of marked off, the back row is still available and the front row is still available. And hey, listen, I don't spit, at least not that far. So front row is okay. Y'all can take the front row. You can rush in and get the back row. And you can see there's plenty of room to social distance with some natural breaks in the back row. So 3 or 4 families on, 3 or 4 people on this side, 3 or 4 on that side. Back row is still in check. So the last thing I want to tell you is that when the service ends on Sunday and you're trying to get out, I want to ask you to be respectful of one another. Continue to maintain social distancing as you're trying to leave. It's not the time to start shaking hands and hugging. Remember, we're not going to do that. But as you leave, I want you to notice that at the back of the building, at the back of the sanctuary, the worship center, you're going to have some fellas there that are going to be holding offering plates so that you can take your offering envelope, your tithing envelope, and simply drop it in the plate without touching anything. So our ushers will be holding that plate. And then you'll notice too that again, the doors are going to be held open for you as you leave, as well as the outside doors too. Okay? So I want you to know that one of the big things about Sunday is we're not going to be having any coffee before the service like we're used to doing. So I'd encourage you to drink coffee at home and then maintain our respect for our worship center in that we're not drinking in the sanctuary come Sunday. But there'll be no coffee at this station like there normally is on Sunday morning. So you're going to have to wake up a little earlier and have your coffee at home this coming Sunday. So there you go, church family. That's what Sunday's going to look like. Let me give you a couple of reminders about this coming Sunday, though. Number one, we don't really need you to arrive too terribly early on Sunday. Sunday school is still happening online in the WebEx format. Our kids are meeting from 8:30 to 9, and then our North students and adults meet from 9:15 to 10 a.m. That leaves you and your family about a 45-minute window to get to church between your online Sunday school at home and the time the worship service will begin at 10:45. You don't need to show up at 10 o'clock. We want you to do Sunday school. You really don't need to show up until about 10:25 at the earliest. That gives you about 20 minutes to get out of the car and get into the building. There's no nursery to drop your kids off these next few Sundays. There's just not any reason to come too terribly early. Unless somebody's asked you to be here early in a volunteer capacity, such as worship team or greeter ministry or something like that. So don't come till about 10:25. Also, let me ask you to be very responsible when you come. We need to maintain social distancing. We just live in a society where that is the situation now, and we want to be safe. We want to be smart. So please. Refrain from shaking hands and hugging and fist bumping and everything else. I know it's hard. We are relational beings, and God just created us that way. I believe the time will come when we can safely do that again, but we're just not there yet. So maintain social distancing. And then finally, let me ask you that if you're not feeling well at all, please stay home and watch online. Our online live stream will continue indefinitely. We've invested quite a bit into that and being able to do that. We're doing it fairly well, I believe, and we're going to keep doing that. So you're going to still be able to watch online whenever you don't feel well. So just be responsible. If you're not feeling well, take your temperature. Maybe take your kids' temperatures before you leave the house. We're not going to do that here. We're going to trust that we're all adults, and we're going to trust you to make that choice on your own. Self-check at home. Take your temperature, take your kids' temperatures. If you're running a fever, if they're not feeling well, stay home. Please stay home. Here's why. If just one single case of coronavirus comes into our church building, we have to shut down for 2 weeks. Our deacons, myself, we've already discussed this. That's the plan. If in the event that there's one positive case that walks into our doors, everything is shut down for 2 weeks. So don't take a chance. Just stay home. Because if you come and you do have it, and we find out, then we're shut down anyway, and you're staying home anyway. So just go ahead and stay home and do it, and just think of it in those terms. Because when I say shut down, I mean the offices will be shut down. The worship team won't be coming in for those 2 Sundays. I won't be in the pulpit those 2 Sundays. It literally shut down like far more than we have been until this point. So just be really, really smart and think about what we're doing here, okay? We are very grateful that God has given us the opportunity to open back up and be able to come back together. But God expects us to act in wisdom, and He's given us some discernment, some wisdom to use. And I'm asking you to use it. One author I read this week, he called it sanctified common sense. And so I like that term, sanctified common sense. So use that sanctified sense that God has given you, okay? Listen, I look forward to seeing you at 10:45 on Sunday morning in person. It's going to be a good day. God bless, and I'll see you Sunday.